Hey everybody, before this video starts, I just want to say, apologize for taking so long to get this video out. So it was actually filmed, let's see, 2.5 to 2 weeks ago. So before you start this, just know that's how long it's been since this video's been made. I've just had some problems getting it edited, but hope you enjoy. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Clearly you can see we are back in the field picking corn. So if you watched all the last video, at the end you heard that I said we were going to try and make it over to Borden on Monday after the rain over the weekend. Well, that didn't quite happen. So it is currently Tuesday afternoon. We have just gotten started over here. Saturday into Sunday they ended up having about 2.6, 2.7 inches of rain over here. So we kind of let it dry out for a day. And then this morning I had some meetings to go to, and so did Dad. So we did that. While we were doing that, Eric and Josh got the combine grain cart moved over here. And then when we came over, we brought all the semis over with us. So we currently have already loaded 2 trucks out. Eric and Josh has both headed back to the house to get dumped out. And Dad and I are starting on this 3rd truck. So we are gonna try and knock as much of this out today and tomorrow. I know we won't get through everything over here, but tomorrow afternoon around 5 o'clock, it's supposed to start raining again. So we'll see how much we get done and what we got left by that time tomorrow. All right, so we've got, you can see across this ditch, we've got that field knocked out. And then there's another one over that way farther that we also have knocked out. They're the 2 smallest fields on this farm. We only brought 1 combine over here because we're hauling this all the way from Borden back to our shop there and putting it in the grain bin there. So there's a lot of trucking involved with this, going a lot farther. It takes a lot longer to make a round trip. So we currently have 3 trucks running, 2 truck drivers, Eric and Josh. And it just kind of, I fill a truck while they're gone. When they get back, they rotate out, jump into the next truck. So just kind of how it's working out best, most likely. So we get this done hopefully today, and that'll be 60 acres, 65, something like that. And then that's about all we've got left is another 60, 65, 70 maybe. So it'd be nice to get all this wrapped up before the rain. Well, I was pulling up here to dump on this truck. Looks like somebody forgot to unroll the tarp. So we're gonna get out and unroll it. Well, we got it unrolled, got mostly unloaded, and we are headed back for another grain cart load. Well, we just loaded out our last truck for the night here. We're heading back with this grain cart over to the combine. We're probably gonna pick 1 more grain cart load here tonight and then head out. So we didn't get done here, but that's okay. I guess if anything, I might have to wait a couple days. I might drag this video out, but that is what it is. We're just ready to get to the end of this. All right, good morning. We are dumping trucks this morning. Josh went over to get a load out of the grain cart. And as you can see, we have our tender truck back. So like I said, it's supposed to rain later this afternoon. So we're preparing for tomorrow when we can't be in the field. We're going ahead, putting this thing back in the barn. We got our motor ready to go back in. So that's something we can work on tomorrow in the rain. Well, we made it to the field finally. I got here, we greased the grain cart, Dad greased his combine up some, cleaned his windows. I cleaned all of my windows. Yesterday was so bad I could barely see out of them. And then also part of the way through yesterday, we've been using these Midland radios for a couple of years, and this year we've kind of started having some issues with them. These are the 115 models, and we keep blowing the speakers out of the radio themselves. So we've been having to go to some external speakers and try those. So currently the radio in the combine, the speaker's blown out of, so whenever I talk, Dad can't hear me, but I can still hear what he's saying. So I guess that's all that really matters. I don't really need to tell him much. He just kind of needs to tell me what to do and where to go. So that's not that big of a deal, but it's something we're gonna have to figure out. Don't think we're gonna get through all of our corn today, but we're gonna chew through what we can. Rain is supposed to be coming sooner than they thought. I think they're thinking around 3 o'clock now. Currently in the grain bin we're dumping in, I think there's only room for 2 more trucks, and then we're gonna have to start hauling to the granary, and then they're gonna close at 5 today. So I'm not gonna get through all of it, but we'll see what we get done today. So we are unloading right now. We just started unloading here. So we figured that this should be the last truck that fills that bin. So after that, they're going to be taking these loads into the granary. There should only be 1 or 2 off this farm that's got to go, and then after that, at the next farm, they'll be heading into town. So I guess I'm going to check with Josh, and I'm going to see if he'll take a camera back with him on his last trip back to the bin to unload. Well, the sun was all shining when we got here this morning. As we get into the afternoon now, it's almost noon, you can see the clouds are starting to roll in here. So like I said, I think it's supposed to start raining somewhere around 3 o'clock. So see how that goes. But for the meantime, we are on our last truckload on this farm. So I'm gonna have Eric meet me down at the next farm with the empty truck he's bringing back, and I will pick him up in the pickup and bring him back here. He can help us move, and then he can take this loaded truck and take it wherever it needs to go. Well, we got moved down to this next farm. It wasn't very far, but now this is officially our last farm for this season. So that's a good feeling, but still sucks knowing there's no possible way we'll get this done today. So well, I guess we'll have to see how much it rains tonight. Maybe not much. We'll be back over here Friday, hopefully. But even if it's less than what they say, maybe we'll be back over here tomorrow, who knows. But we're gonna get these end rows knocked out, get some of the harder stuff to get to, farther away stuff to get to, so that if it does rain a bunch, we're not having to track back and forth across the field with the grain cart and rut everything up too bad. So we'll be close to where we're gonna be loading out at and all that, but try and get some of this knocked out today. Well, we are loading out our last truck here for the day. If you look at the auger a little bit, you can tell it looks a little wet. It started sprinkling, and Eric is gonna go ahead, take this truck on in, and meet us back at the house. All right, guys, so we are headed back to the field. It has been 5 days since we last recorded over here. We got that rain on Thursday. It knocked us out for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then yesterday, Eric and Dad went back over to the field. They brought all the trucks over here that were empty. They filled all the trucks up. They filled the grain cart up, and they filled the combine up, so that today hopefully will be our very last day of harvest for this year. So we are headed over. We have the skid steer on us right now, pulling it over. We need some loads of rock so that we can get trucks in and out easy. So we're gonna knock them down with it. And like I said, hopefully we get done today. All right, so we are about to get ready to start picking here again. Our rock's gonna be a little bit, so we have this other tractor over here with a chain, and we are pulling the trucks to the gravel before they get onto the road, and unhooking them up there so that they can get out. You can see, pretty muddy. So we are in the combine now. Just got in here. Dad's spreading some rock, but we are officially picking our last truckload of corn here. So it'd be nice to get this finished up. Got it done sooner than I thought we would. Sooner in the day anyway. I thought it'd take a little longer today than what it was. This morning when they took semis in, they were a little backed up down at the granary. So I figured that would continue throughout the day, but it seems like they've gotten better and they've been making quicker trips now, so that sped the process up. But like I said, we're on our last truckload. Right there is the end of harvest. That is a good feeling, but we still have to get everything moved back over to the shop. We're over in Borden, so got a lot of stuff to move back still before it's completely finished up. Well, we got done yesterday. It was almost dark. It was rush hour when we finished up. So this road that we are on is super busy most of the time. So we didn't want to bring combine and grain cart and all that stuff home yesterday when it was busy out. So it rained last night. We got probably a ½ inch over here, and decided we'd come grab this grain cart, Eric's in the combine, and start moving some equipment home. Long journey, but we are finished. So this will be our final trip home.